Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So it has been a really long time, and I feel like I say that literally in every video intro, but it really has been a really long time. So I wanted to come on here for sure. This weekend I have a ton of time. I got out of work early today, which was like, that never happens, but like summertime, it's the time to happen. And I have a 4-day weekend coming up, so I am ready to get back into filming. I'm still kind of in my work clothes, but I just didn't feel like changing. I'm doing a bunch of laundry, which I'm hiding it with my computer and myself. It's a whole thing. But the video that I wanted to do today is a review and swatch video. Who remembers these videos? I might not have even done one this entire year. It may have been like a year since I've done it. I'm gonna look it up and I'll link it, or I can link it down below. Anyway, mine is kind of beat up, so please excuse that. But this is the Morphe Live-In Color Palette. This was released during June, the month of June, for Pride Month, and 100% of the proceeds went to a charity of sort. And as soon as I saw it, I did not hesitate. I set a little alarm on my calendar and I was like ready to buy it. Thank God I did. It is sold out right now. When this goes back in stock, do not miss out. This is a great palette. So you get 25 shadows, you get a nice size mirror. It is quite big, but I would say not as big as the black palettes from Morphe. That was the thing that really got me to buy this, is that it wasn't just your black packaging. I knew I would not use this. This is kind of the size of like your Zodiac palette from BH. Actually, exactly the size. So I knew like it would be a little bit easier for me to use. I don't know the sizing on the black Morphe palettes because I don't have one. And it is 7 o'clock at night, so I'm just drinking a beer. Because why not? And I started it, so I have to finish it, right? So I want to swatch these shadows for you. I'll start with the first row. Up top, this really pretty like purpley coral situation. The first one is just white. I don't think I really need to swatch that. It is called Milk, and I actually do set that with the NYX pencil that I use every day. That's really nice. Then you have the color Pride. That is like seriously so freaking neon, it's ridiculous. And it's not patchy at all. I just love it. Then we have the shade Heart. It's just a nice mid-tone pink color. I have used both of those shades before. They're both sort of nice transition colors when you're using some of the really bright colors. Next shade is called 1978, and it's this really pretty purple color. However, purple is like super hard to do. That's what Tati has said, and I totally agree, because a lot of the purples do not perform as well. However, that one is pretty nice. It's pretty reflective. However, on the eye, you kind of have to like real pack it on. I don't know, it's like opaque, but like if you want like a boom metallic look, you gotta pack it on for sure. The next shade is a topper shade. That's how I use it, at least. I haven't used it on its own. The shade is called Liberation. You can see that mine is kind of discolored because I've used it with other shades to layer. So hopefully this will actually swatch. It probably won't, honestly, because it's honestly just glitter, which is fine by me. I actually really like this shade, especially over. See, it's just glitter. So the next row is the second row. Duh, we can all count here. This is another topper. This is another gorgeous one. This is called Stonewall, and you can see I've used both of the toppers. I really like the toppers a lot. This one is a little bit more opaque, as you can see. Hey, you know, when I did these live swatch videos, I should have done it on this side instead of like awkwardly doing it on this end. Hey, you've been on YouTube a long time, you learn stuff. But yeah, this, you use more of a topper. However, you can use this as a regular shadow too because it is quite opaque. Next up, I have the shade Culture. It's kind of like a tangerine salmon-y color. It's a lot lighter than the other color, but the other orangey color, but it is still like a bright neon, which I really like. This is another good one to blend out your crease. Then I have the shade Love Wins, which I absolutely love this shade so much. These are my colors. It's kind of like a fuchsia-y purple color. Just so you know, I did swatch that twice just to make sure you got to see the color and all of its glory. Love that color. Then this is probably my #1 favorite shadow though in the whole palette. Maybe. Probably, definitely actually. This is called SF. I don't know what that means other than San Francisco, but it's like a raspberry color, and then it's got like little specks of glitter. It's kind of like those Juvia's Place matte shadows with glitter in it. If you have those palettes, you kind of know what I'm talking about. However, this is a lot smoother and not as chunky. Oh my god, I love that color. Love that. So pretty. Oh my god. And we have some blues. This is the shade Rise Up on the end here. This finger is now stained, so we'll move on to this one. I believe I have used this shade, and I packed on the Liberation, that white sparkly glittery shade on top, and it looked really, really pretty. And then I think I put this one in the crease. I'm gonna post pictures at the end for you to kind of look through oh my god, that's so pretty. It's got like a shift to it almost, unless it's just the light. It's probably just the light, yeah. But that way you can just see kind of the looks that I've done, even though this palette is very like, there's so much variety. You can do anything you want with this palette. For sure. I'm just taking some makeup remover just so we get rid of the staining of my arms just in case. Third row. This is kind of where it gets fun. You got a yellow called Sunlight, which is actually more mustard than like a more bright yellow, so it kind of is nice with the oranges and the reds here. However, I like a more bright yellow, so this is not my favorite color in this palette. And in fact, even on my finger, you can kind of see how patchy that is. See, like, I'm stained. There she is. And we have the shade Life, which is your red, which I've definitely used this shade before too. I tried to use like a lot of shades before I reviewed this palette. Not that I knew I was really going to review this palette, but this is a just solid red color. They did that real well. It kind of reminds me of mustard and ketchup. Next up is the shade Sexuality, which is this pink color right here. It looks brighter on camera, I mean in person, than on camera, and it's more pink than the above shade. I don't think I've ever used this shade, and holy cow, this is bright. This reminds me of the neon pink in the BH palette. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just did that, but there you go. And then we have the shade Truth, which is a matte indigo color. I wish it was just purple, but there is some like blue, I think, in there, unless it's just confusing me next to the blue shade. But yeah, that kind of looks bluish, so it's a nice color, but I wish it was just like a purple. Next we have the shade Harmony. Another blue, a deeper blue, I would say. And that is gorgeous. Okay, the last two rows, here we go. Maybe I'll put them together just to save some time. We have this shade called Healing. This is a gold, and I don't believe it is a topper, but let's see. I think I've used this before, but I can't remember how it performed. And it does have some hard pan on it, which is kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't know, like I'm not crazy about it. It's just meh. Next we have the shade. Just realized I didn't touch up my makeup before I filmed this video, so I was like laying down watching Friends, so if my makeup is kind of like fluff, I don't know what fluff really meant, but anyway, the next shade is Activism. A nice grassy green is how I would describe it. That this is nice. I don't think I've used this one yet. It just doesn't really speak to me because it's kind of like blah. However, this also reminds me of a BH shade. No, a Coastal Scents. I think Celery Ice it reminds me of, but I'm not 100% certain that's the actual name of it. Then we have Make Magic. I believe I used this shade, and this shade was a dud, which was really sad because I really wished it wasn't, because the mint colors are like, oh, it's so pretty. It's like a teal color, actually. You really have to build it up, which is kind of sad. And we have the shade Peace, a blue color. Again, a lot of blues in this palette, which I could have done without, but I didn't really have blue. That is pretty. I gotta use that tomorrow. Whoa. I didn't even really get to see that. That is so stunning. I just love this. It's so cool. I love how I'm like looking over my arm. The last shade in this row is Gilbert, which is a really stupid name. I wonder what, maybe it's not stupid, maybe it has a meaning behind it. Oh my god. It's like a dark sparkly purple, which you can't really tell, but you will on the swatch. And I have not used this shadow. Holy cow. Yeah, I don't really like go for those shades, but if you put this down and then that sparkly shade over top, you know what? Let's do that just for fun. Just for kicks and giggles, shall we? I just scraped a little bit of the hard pan off because that was bothering me. I'm going to do it like this and then I'll show you. Yeah, that just makes it like so much more fun, right? It's like a green shift. Oh, I love that shadow. I wish it didn't get such hard pan, but whatever. That one also has a lot of fallout, that really deep purple. The last row is a lot of fun. It's a lot of greens. This is the shade Thrive, which is kind of like your poopy green. Honestly, I'm just going to keep going down my arm here since we're getting towards the end. This, I don't know if I've used this shade before, but this shadow doesn't really call to me all that well, but it's definitely a really cool shade to like play with. Then we have the shade Nature. Another just matte grassy green situation. I'm going real wonky on these swatches, but that is to be expected. Like, then we have the shade Art, and this was another kind of like want shade. I wish it performed better, but maybe I just need to pair it with a better. This one feels like so creamy, like almost like it's broken kind of creamy, which is odd, but you know what I mean. A little bit patchy. You can kind of see the darkness peeking through. Yeah, this one just kind of, I mean, it's there. The color payoff is there, but like, I wish it performed better. And I'm sorry about these swatches, but this is how it's just gonna. And we have the shade Parade, which this one is gorgeous. I need to wear this. It's like a matte teal. That is stunning. Love that. Okay, and then you just have a black at the end, and the black is very pigmented, so I'm not even gonna swatch it, but I love that you get the what's this, a white color and a black color. I think that's really helpful, especially when you're working with all those colors. Okay, so at this time I will put in some pictures of looks that I have on Instagram using this palette and the colors that I decided to use. This palette was, I think it was $25 for 25 shades. I think that sounds about right. Look at how colorful this is. So the second that it goes back into stock, I definitely think you should get this. However, if I were to say to get one or the other between the BH and the Morphe palette, and I know these are not the same brand, but they're both colorful palettes. Like, let's take a look for a second before I tell you what I think. They both have mirrors, as you can see, but they're kind of the same colors, sort of. This one's got some neutrals in it. This one is strictly color. This one does not have a brown bone highlight. This one does have brown bone highlight. I just think this quality is so much better than the Morphe palette, and that sucks to say because I was really hoping for like an out of the ballpark palette with this, and the performance is just not there. This, holy crap. This is mind-blowing. I'm wearing this today on my eyes, and I absolutely love this look, and I don't pull this out nearly enough. I absolutely love this. Recommend it more than the Morphe, but it's not like a comparison video, but I just wanted to throw that out there. If you're in the mood for like a colorful palette, definitely pick up the BH palette. Alright, that's it for me. Please enjoy these looks that I've created. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram because I really do try to post a lot on Instagram of my daily looks. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye everyone!